And Clarissa Ward has reported extensively inside Syria's war zone. She's talking with her sources this morning about the new reports, and she joins us from Washington. Clarissa, good morning. So you're familiar with all of this. The Obama administration is insisting that Syria did not cross the red line, and yet, for the first time, they're admitting they believe that Syria used chemical weapons on a small scale. How significant is that for the opposition?
Well, I think it's very significant here in the U.S. in terms of trying to establish what exactly the U.S.'s red line is and whether or not that red line has been crossed. But in terms of what we're hearing from opposition members inside Syria, they don't really see this as terribly significant. For their part, they've been convinced that the regime has been using chemical weapons against them for some months now, and they only really see this as being significant if it results in an actual change in U.S. policy, which they see as being ineffectual up to this point.
Well, that's why I asked that question, Clarissa, because with this admission and all the caveats that the Obama administration provided about the varying degrees of intelligence on this, whether they believe that the White House is tiptoeing into further involvement.
At this stage, they do not believe that. There's a very strong conviction on the ground among the rebels and activists that the U.S. does not want to get involved, that the U.S. doesn't want to get its hands dirty. In fact, you'll even talk to many rebels who believe that because the U.S. has taken such a hands-off approach with regards to Syria, that they are, in fact, somehow tacitly supporting the regime. Now, that's obviously a conspiracy theory, but even this type of intelligence, the U.S. coming forward and saying that it looks like these chemical weapons were used, that's unlikely to persuade Syrians on the ground that the U.S. is about to change its policies in Syria.
What do they want the United States to do?
Well, Charlie, it really depends on who you talk to. If you talk to rebel fighters, they would like to see some heavier weapons, particularly they want anti-aircraft weapons, but most civilians just want a no-fly zone to be protected from those fighter jets.
All right, Clarissa.
Thank you, Clarissa. Thank you very much.